want make salon, we want change the attitude. Salon man, if you want make salon, we want change the attitude.
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but it can't rank one. Wolves for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would have thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Benz, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wolves for sure, car leasing for every credit score. Innocence. passion. Poverty, not only passion. Not only passion, not only passion. We are not only passion. Ansaba, not only passion. Trouble, not only passion. Not only passion, not only passion. We are not only passion. And then life we fall in place. But we didn't talk me and be back. You just didn't show me you anything. But it's inside you anti black. Tell me why you did envy me. How you did envy me. How you did envy me. When I got can it destiny. How you did envy me. How you did envy me. How you did envy me. When I got can it destiny. Sickness, not only passion. Poverty, not only passion. Not only passion, not only passion. I am not only passion. Ansaba, not only passion. Trouble, not only passion. Not only passion, not only passion. I am not only passion. Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle. I want to make money. Boy, I pray for me. Papa, pray for me. Oh no, I guide my footsteps in this journey. Boy, I pray for me. Oh Lord, bless me as I am taking this journey. The road to success, love is something we found. Sometimes you don't get level, sometimes you must stormy. Can I depend on you to prepare a table before me? Baba, take me away from this wilderness. Protect me from the things then. When you say that they keep my stress. This year my life was sweet. I'm tired with this bitterness. I must make this money. I beg you, Baba, make you give access. Boy, I pray for me. Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle. I want to make money. Boy, I pray for me. Papa, pray for me. Oh no, I guide my footsteps in this journey. Boy, I pray for me. As I am going out, Baba, please bless my hustle. Give me the courage to move on. Skanking my muscle. I see they see it so. You don't tell me how it's strong. I don't push on the blessing. I beg that you give me a double. Baba, take me away from this wilderness. Protect me from the things then. When you say that they keep my stress. This year my life was sweet. I'm tired with this bitterness. I must make this money. I beg you, Baba, make you give access. Boy, I pray for me. Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle. I want to make money. Boy, I pray for me. Papa, pray for me. Oh no, I guide my footsteps in this journey. Boy, I pray for me. Oh Lord, bless me as I am taking this journey. you go careful. Sometimes you go stormy. Then I depend on you to prepare a table before me. Baba, take me away from this wilderness. Protect me from the things then. Why you say that they keep on stress? This year my life was sweet. I'm tired with this bitterness. I must make this money. I beg you, Baba, make you give access. Boy, I pray for me. Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle. I want to make money. Boy, I pray for me. Papa, pray for me. Oh no, I guide my footsteps in this journey. Boy, I pray for me. Pray, 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 pray,
Go. Good evening, everyone. We do apologize for the late start due to technical issues. As you guys know, it's a fast start, so there's quite a lot going on in the background, but at least we're able to amend that. My name is Mrs. Nima Turay. I am here today to introduce our brand new show on Diaspora Voices. The name of the show is Teen Kitchen. I'm sure you guys have heard about Kitchen Talk and Teen Talk previously on Diaspora Voices. So the two programs decided to come together and make it Teen Kitchen. And the aim of this program, it's quite interesting. It's going to be interactive. So we look forward to you, the viewers, to join us. So our presenters or our hosts for these shows are Olivette and Marie Koroma. But unfortunately, Marie is not here today. So Olivette is going to steer the boat until Marie comes back to join her. So we do welcome you all and we ask your support. Our program tonight is going to be the topic on parenting and also understanding parenting and children's needs. Sorry for that each there. And we have a special guest. She is no other but Mrs. Fatima Bundu Conte. She's the founder and chairlady for Concerned Women of Substance. I will leave Olivette to make the introduction and I will come in as needed. So we look forward to you guys to interact with us as much as possible. Thank you and welcome to our brand new show, Teen Kitchen. Our catchphrase is speak up and make up. Thank you.
All on mute, please. Guest on mute.
Thank you ever so much for that, Auntie Nima. Lovely, beautiful Auntie Nima. Thank you. Also, as you know, that Auntie Nima, she's the producer. She's the big boss lady in the show, and she's also the one that's making it all happen. So thank you ever so much for that. And as what Auntie did say, this is a new show, so it's a new vibe, new venture, new journey. So I would like each and every one of our supporters who always support us, thank you ever so much for continue to support us, and we welcome the new viewers as well. And I would hope that you like what we're talking about and like what our concept. So just to give you a little bit of a background of what Teen Kitchen is going to be about. Teen Kitchen is basically a mashup of different various topics what we're going to be talking about. Our aim is to be capturing the understanding and the thoughts of the young people, the elderly, you know, the gay, the lesbians, everybody, you know, every voice matters on this. So as also what has been just said is, you know, you need to speak up in order to make up, but also as well, we need to also understand that there's many people out there that's not able to speak up due to the current situation they're in, also because they may be, you know, unable to speak up. So also we're there to also speak up for people who are voiceless, the people who are unable to connect their words and make the dots make it come to happen. So we are here to actually be your voice, your advocate. And also we're here to speak up for, you know, our young boys, our young girls. We're also here to speak up about us as Black people, our identity, our culture, what it is to be, you know, a Black person. It's powerful, it's beautiful, but also what is it to be a person from Sierra Leone? You know, Sierra Leone, we have so much history, we have so much background, but I feel like it's time for the world to understand and get to know us as Sierra Leoneans, because I think most of us were presented, you know, we like enjoyment. Actually, you know, we have educated ones, we have classy ones also who are able to go out in the clubs and enjoy themselves. So we're bringing you a bit of knowledge and understanding into our culture and into our background as well. And, you know, today's topic, we are talking about parenting, understanding parenting, and also how to understand our children as well, because I feel those two come in hand to hand with today. And I think it's a good topic that we need to understand and we need to talk about, because we've been in a lockdown pandemic. It's, you know, a lot of us as parents had to go back to stages. A lot of us as parents had to actually be in a room with our children when actually most of the time we're at work or we're doing our daily jobs and we don't actually have that time. So it would be a good way just to kind of hear your views as well as how parenting has been for you during this time of lockdown. What things have you learned about yourself as a parent? And also what things have you learned about your child as a parent? What things didn't you know? What's new? How will you understand, and how have you and your child come to understand each other in this time? 3 months, 4 months, pandemic, you know, this possibly is going to go on for a little bit longer. And us as a community and a family, I feel we need to talk about it, because, you know, there's mental health, you know, different areas of mental health. You don't understand the fact that you was at home. That's actually a mental health. You know, it's depressing. You could get stressed, or you could actually like it. But being at home for a long consecutive of time, and you're not able to go out with your friends, or you're not able to socialize, that thing that makes you, it has been taken away from you for a very long period of time. So let's talk about it. And also understanding this generation of kids, the way they're interacting, because I know loads of parents have been talking about B-Box, PlayStation, their kids, you know, taking money from PlayStation because they've been on PlayStation, on the internet, on YouTube for a long time. So how would you be able to manage that and say to your child, you know what, it's enough? Was you able to do that? And also their schoolwork, how would you able as a parent to say, okay, I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to be a mum, I'm going to be a housewife, and I'm also going to be working from home. All 4 of those dynamics, I know as myself as a mum, was very hard. And it was very hard for me. So I'm not going to lie, because having your children around you 24/7, and you have to work, you have to cook, you have to be a teacher. So I actually give credit to all the teachers. Congratulations to you for all your hard work and amazing work that you do, because trust me, as soon as they're allowed back in school, they can go, my kids. But also I would like to say thank you ever so much, Fatima, Auntie Fatima, for coming on the show and actually speaking with us and having that opportunity to tell us a little bit about what you are about and what you're going to do. So if you are able to call us in, the number is, Auntie, would you be able to tell us the number, because I can't see the number?
What number?
The number. If you would like to discuss, have the conversation flowing, give me your advice, your information. Let's talk. And you know, like what I usually say, you know, no discussion is a wrong discussion. It's a discussion to create knowledge and understanding, so we're able to learn from each other, whether you're old, young, you know, no matter what race, culture, ethnicity, sexuality you are. Let's talk about it, because I feel that your voice is important as well, and it needs to be heard. And like we hear, as what we're saying is, you need to speak up to make up. So let's start speaking, so we're able to make up and connect the dots, and, you know ourselves better as a Sierra Leone community. The number is 079 4614136. Yeah? Okay, yes. So that's the number. Okay, so I would like to just move on and talk to Auntie Fatima. First of all, I would like to say thank you ever so much for taking your time out and actually joining us on the show. Would you just be able to just give us a little background of yourself first and what you do, and
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olivette.
Yes.
Has already been introduced as Mrs. Fatima Bundu Conte. I'm a chairlady of the Concerned Women of Substance. I'm a staff nurse. I'm a mother. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Diaspora Voices. Thank you to Nima, the producer of Kitchen Talks, and of course, Olivette and Mariam. I'm very proud of you. I'm very honored and feel blessed and privileged to be on this show. Especially being the show being on parenting and and family talks. I'm very interested in this type of topic because I'm a mother. As you say, we need to talk to make up. We need to talk about some of these things because they are taboo in Africa. So it's about time we jump the hurdles and break the chains, then make a difference in our community. So I would also like to say thank you, Nima, for the contribution. Thank you for nurturing and encouraging our children to do this. I'm so proud of them, and I'm happy and looking forward to do more talks on kitchen things. Thank you.
Okay. So you were saying that your background is nursing.
Yeah.
So what made you get into nursing and what inspired you to become a nurse?
First of all, I'm a very caring and passionate person. I would say I love being a nurse. I love caring for people. I love taking care of people. I love advocating for people. I love standing up. I love fighting for my rights. Nursing is all about caring. It's about understanding people. It's about making people talk. Like you say, we have to talk to make up. So when I was a teenager, I always admired the nurses. I love to go in there, when somebody, what can I say? You know, when you're a nurse, you've been there, you've seen all of it. You've seen death, you hold people's hands. They cried and they died, you know? And to be honest, as being a nurse is my passion. I just love being caring. I love making people happy. I love seeing people smiling after pain. I love nurturing people. So to cut a long story short, it's a passion. You have to love being a nurse. You can't just get up one day and say, I want to be a nurse. It's a very difficult job to love, but it's in me. I'm a mother. I love caring. So just love being a nurse. It's just in me as a nature.
Okay. So thank you so much for that. But
yeah.
I also just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you
very much for all your work and support as the NHS. So give you a round of applause as well. And also, I just wanted your thoughts on how was it for you? How has this been, the pandemic? How have you been able to protect yourself? Because obviously, that frontline workers, and also being from the Black minority community.
I can't. You're breaking, Olivette. I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said congratulations and thank you so much for your support for the NHS. So well done. I said, as being, from the BME community as well, and they saying that how you are, we are, as from the ethnic minority community, we are at high risk of the coronavirus, and you work in frontline as well. How have you managed to keep, being able to keep yourself safe and protected as well? And you mentioned your mum as well. How has it been for you during this time? I know a lot of nurses, they've had to remove themselves from the home in order to protect their families and protect themselves as well.
It is very challenging, but as the saying goes, if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan to fail. Planning, it's all planning. You have to plan your family life and your work life, your social life. So it's all about planning. You learn to balance. You have to take time off. You have to press the stop button and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do today. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow, because you need to have a balance within your family and your work, your social life. You must, because you need all of them. So you have to find ways. As I say, I planned my life. I planned my week. I planned my children's days around my working days. And at the end of the day, if you plan well, you're going to come out well. Without planning, you're not going to be able to do anything. So just the word is just planning. You have to plan yourself around your family, around your social life, because you need them all. And you need to know when to stop. I know I learned to reach my limitations. You know you reach your limits. And of course, people are looking up to you. You have to plan safety as well. Safety for your family, safety for the public, because you are a public figure, you are professional. You have to know how to balance the safety between work and how you cannot bring infection home, how you cannot take infection from home to the hospital. So all that comes to planning, implementing, and practice. A lot of practice and implement what you practice. A lot of research to make sure safety is implemented in both work and at home. As I've already told you, the coronavirus has been a very challenging past few months, which God knows how we manage to get over that, because it's been scary. Day-to-day life, trying to keep up with the family, trying to prevent the public, trying to prevent ourselves, protecting the people and the patients that are put in your care. At the same time, you have to look after yourself, because without your well-being, you won't be able to take care of your patients. Without taking care of your patients, you come home, you won't be able to take care of your family as well. So at the same time, you have to plan strategies on how to prevent or protect your family, protect the public, and protect your workplace. In this, you have to follow guidelines and procedures. Always keep yourself up to date. Make sure you follow the guidelines. Make sure you implement whatever new strategies are on. Make sure you're on top of the game. That way you'll be able to protect both the public and your family, and plan your work life and social life and family life in one go.
Thank you ever so much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So does everyone hear that? So if you feel that you had a different experience in regards to the way how you kind of planned your time during the time of the coronavirus, please give us a call and let's have that conversation. Your questions, the floor is open. Let's have that dialogue. You know, let's open up the floor so we're able to get other people's thoughts and feelings as well. So thank you as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies, I just need to come in quickly. Olivette, we need some light. You need a bit of in the background and speak up, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Olivette. Thank you.
Yeah, but then you can't see me.
Yeah, I can see you now. Yeah, we can see you now.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. This is real life situations. Okay. My apologies. Okay, so you've discussed with us in regards to, you know, your day-to-day life as being a frontline worker in the nursing industry, especially at this time of the pandemic. Also, let me ask you a question about how do you actually run your life as a parent in, you know, your work, but also we're going into now talking about your parenting. What is it that you have in place in order to make sure that you have that time for your children and they're able to understand you and have that relationship? Because I know nursing is very tiring. It is one of, you know, one of the hardest jobs that you could do, because you do long hours of shifts back to back, and you know sometimes they could call you in, and sometimes, you know, from my family I can see that, you know, having that time with your children can be difficult, but still you have to make it work. So I would just like some tips on how do you feel is the best way that you could balance both of that and making sure that you spend quality time with your children so you're able to understand them.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, as parents, we have a duty of care. As much as I have a duty of care in my hospital, my patients, I have a duty of care to my children as well. Because honestly, children learn from what they see. Children pick up from our behaviors. So you have to really manage your stress, your work stress, balance your work stress with your own parental skills. So what I do, first of all, I cut down on my hours, especially during the pandemic. I try not to work as much as I want to work because I have the kids to look after. Everybody is locked down. You have to make time for your family as well. It is very challenging. It has been challenging, but there are ways and strategies that you have to work between your family and your kids. So first of all, as I already mentioned, I planned my work time, and I work less hours, and I try to spend as much time as I could with them. If possible, I try to avoid night duties, so I'll be able to be on time to have to be able to spend time with my kids. When I come home, hygiene is done. I try to go out there and talk to my kids, call them, ask them about their day. I try not to shout. I try not to bring the stress because it can be very stressful. You have to really know how to approach your kids after work. And sometimes they just run up to you because you're stressed, you start shouting. That's not very nice. So you have to be very calm. I practice calmness. As a nurse, you must be calm in any situation. So I always try to practice calmness, reduce my hours, make sure I come home on time so I'll be able to have time with my children, communicate with them. I talk a lot. I talk, communicate with them, I get feedbacks from them. And I try to get answers and feedback on their day-to-day basis. And when I'm on duty during my lunchtime, I do make phone calls to make sure I know what they're up to. Although, yes, it is a difficult thing, but I'll make sure there is an adult with them at all times. And I make sure I come home not late, to make sure you have time with your kids. Try to make time to come during the evening times or in the afternoon. As I say, money is not everything, so we try to cut as much hours as you can, so you'll be able to balance parenthood and workload, because it is both challenging nursing and parenting. So I try to plan. As I say, it's all down to planning. You plan, and communicate with your children. Allow them to talk, allow them to ask questions, allow them to be calm. Practice calmness. That's
Okay.
my...
Ladies, we have a caller on the line. So do we want to answer the call and hear what they have to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, caller? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, hi, good afternoon. How are you? Good evening. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Yamata. I'm one of the Concerned Women's Substance Vice Chair Lady.
Yes.
And kudos to you ladies. I'm so proud of you. Women power.
Thank you very much.
Concerning the topic about speak up and make up,
yes,
I think it's a needful thing. And I say kudos to my chair lady, and well spotted as well, Mrs. Fatima Bundu, Olivette,
yes,
and Mrs. Turay. You know, when you think about parenting and how to parent kids, I think the first thing should be shared responsibility between the parents, if that is possible. If not, then the parents need to create a relationship with the kids. And also, as already mentioned by our chair lady and Olivette, we need to create that balance and make sure that the discipline is there, but with love, and we don't compromise. Because what usually happens, because we love our kids so much, we tend to deviate from the wrongdoings, you know, and that has to go alongside with the love, and let them know both the virtues and vices of life. We need to be educating them. It should be an ongoing thing. Because if something goes wrong, we need to sit and chat. We need to chit chat with them, you know, with love. And they need to tell us their own side of the story by not just banging on them, you know. And because it's a bit late start, I'll stop here so far, and then we'll continue as we go along. And I thank you so much, ladies. Bravo.
Thank you ever so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Thank you so much for that caller. Yes, the lovely lady on the phone. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you
She
breaking
did.
up though.
Yeah, she did. She did bring out some valuable points in regards to the parenting and what is what you know is needed as the co-parents as well. Parents working together, just not deemed to be just the mum or the dad. It's just, we need to work together. As we all know, as what they say, you know, in every community, that it takes a village to raise a child. But obviously, it stems first from the parents working together. And also, I have spoken about that in my other in previous topics. So even if you're not with that parent, let that child understand that they have both parents and they are working together. And if you're in another relationship and you're with, you know, somebody else, if you are co-parenting as, you know, a 4-parent or 3-parent, but make sure that that child understands that they need to give, you know, as equal respect both ways to that parent, and understand that yes, this parent here, yes, it's not your biological mum or dad, but actually they're here to play that role as your parent because I am your parent. So you need to understand, you need to listen, and just to work together. So I would like to ask you a question as well, and also Auntie Nima as well. I'm opening up to the floor now. I just want to know, what do you feel as us as a Sierra Leone community, as parents, where do you think that we need to make improvements? You know, because I think there's a lot of areas in which we need to do as a Sierra Leone community in order to, you know, make improvements. And there are many local, you know, parents in Sierra Leone that are actually doing what they need to, and doing a fantastic job. But however, you do have areas of improvement. You do have people that you feel like, really? But then, you know, sometimes people say your child is a product of their parents, but actually most of the time it's not, because they may have been given the tools and the materials to be a good person, but they ended up doing what they want to do. So what do you feel that us as, you know, a Sierra Leone community and as parents that we need to do in order to make sure that we are able to raise our children and gain that understanding? What do you think the areas that we need to improve in?
Yeah, first of all, as parents and as Sierra Leoneans, we should know that children learn from repeating your words, at the same time learn from your behavior. We as Africans in general, we have to learn how to behave in front of our kids. If you as a mother, you lie in front of, tell the kids when the phone rings, for example, my phone is ringing, oh, tell auntie I'm not here. You have to first of all behave in a way that you expect your child to behave as well, and stop telling lies, stop shouting at the kids, stop fighting, parents fighting in front of the kids all the time, abusive words. We have to learn to be a bit compassionate, show compassion and love, encourage children to open up. We don't have time to sit down with our kids and discuss with them. We don't call them in the kitchen to discuss matters. Kitchen is where we talk to our kids. You call them. For boys, you can meet them halfway and talk to them. Stop cursing on social media. When I mean cursing, you know what I mean? Shouting on social media. The kids are watching. People are watching. Other people are watching. The kids are going to grow up into that. Parents shouting in front of the kids with abusive words. They will even tell the kids, oh, video me, I go live, I want course this today. You don't do that in front of your kids. What are you teaching this child? This child is going to grow up, and when you go into public, you go into parties, the children, your daughter or your son start telling you, shut up, mommy. You want them to behave. How would you expect this child to reciprocate to what you have, teach them? You as a parent, you haven't shown any good example. You are always shouting. You are not compassionate. You are always lying. You encourage them to tell lies. You encourage them to hold your phone while you curse on Facebook, while you curse on social media. That is not done. So as Africans and Sierra Leoneans, as parents in particular, I think we have to, as I say, practice calmness, show some love and compassion, encourage them to talk, encourage them to be honest, encourage them to behave well. encourage them not to bully each other, encourage them not to, so many encouragement we have to give them. But Africans, we shout, that's our logo, shouting, telling lies, encouraging them to lie as well. So we have to stop that. We as parents have to come together and help each other. I have to help you with your child. You have to help me. We have to teach the kids that adults, we are all adults from Africa, and we are all not the same. All parenting skills are not the same. I'm not expecting you to bring your parental skills to my own, but we as Africans have to be calm. First of all, we have to learn the calmness. We have to show some compassion and love to our kids. By doing so, you encourage them to open up. Encourage your children to open up, to talk with you when you're wherever you're sitting down. Encourage them to talk, to open up, ask them questions. You know, create fun, create an atmosphere where everybody can talk, where everybody's open. You know, everybody has an opinion. Teach them that you have the right to speak in this house. You live in this house, no secret. You know, just as Africans, we don't talk about certain things. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about abusive things. We don't talk about bullying. Oh, no, talk that way. You know, you don't do that. Talk to them, explain to them when they ask questions. Put it in a very simple language, you know, very simple words that the kids can understand. That this is, I mean, no and no. Don't compromise compassion with bad attitude. No, your no should be no. As Africans, we give in to our kids, we cover up our kids' bad deeds, and we have to stop that. Encouragement, I say, compassion and more of love. Encourage them to open up, speak up, then we make up. Just let them believe that speaking up, you'll be able, if you speak up, I'll be able to help you. If you don't speak up, how would I be able to help you? Once they got the confidence to talk to you, tell them, come to me. You talk to me, I'm your friend. Make them your friend, first of all. So Africans, we are not friends to our kids. You know, we keep covering up. We don't talk about this. We don't talk about that. And until the children go astray. So I just want to encourage every African woman to learn from this kitchen talk. Talk to your kids. Talk. Encourage them. Bring them home. Tell them to learn openness. Lies, no area. So I'll give Nima a chance to talk as well so I can learn from her. Thank you.
Thank you so
There
much.
you go. Now.
Fine. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Fatima Bundu. Thank you for coming to our first show. We really, really appreciate you. And thank you for the question, Olivette. I'm so proud that we choose this topic today, understanding parents and children's need, and for the benefits of our Sierra Leonean viewers, because we are on Diaspora Voices, mainly for the benefits for Sierra Leone. We want our voice to be heard, and we want our women to learn from us. So I'm gonna be putting a little bit of Cree English in there. So as you say, Fatima, me na mama, me na nurse. I work full time. I work 12-hour shifts, but guess what? When I come home, I make sure I check how my kids spend their day.
Yeah.
What did you learn in school today? Have you got any homework? What are you watching on Netflix? What are you watching on social media? Those are all good parenting attributes that we should have as parents. We mama them. Now we deal with picking them all the time. I know they give excuse or the daddy them. Most of them, they go work when they can't enter, they don't get time, but we picking them for be with paddy. Then for feel comfortable for counsel we and express their needs and their concern. As me, now me host, then Papa is a no-go area, but everybody feel comfortable to come to talk to me because I create that level field for say, you don't need for go talk to other person, me for be your first point of contact. Tell me whatever they go wrong with you, then we can sit down, we talk about them. So we talk about it, I give you advice. I don't hide things to my kids. I'm so open, I tell them what it is because I grew up in a very controlling, I'm not disrespecting my parents. I'm so thankful. I really, really appreciate the upbringing with Papa Giwi, but we grew up in fear. It's like, you cannot talk, you afraid, who say big person there, you know for talk. We want to change that concept today.
Yep.
That's why we have thin kitchen. This not the room for we for can talk, for express with views, for learn from each other. So we don't learn from you today, Fatima. And I know say Olivette go do more research for bring to in young adults them, as we don't talk about it, say we they look at issues so they affect the young kids in our community. We want to talk about it. And this comes to we talking about all the violence that they happen now we community, na mama salon. It has to stop. One of these things, the main things, come to parenting. Sometimes, yes, no disrespect to single parents. I love them. They bring up good kids rather than two family parenting. But you as mama or papa, you forget a dialogue with your pikin. You for understand your pikin. Not be too militant in your home. So good parenting starts from us, the adults. Let we pikin them feel okay for come to we for talk. Olivette,
Yeah.
I hope I answer your question, and I'm sure we will be rounding up soon, but I'll leave that to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nima.
Thank you ever so much, Auntie. Both of you. Thank you, Fatima and Nima, for that as well. And also, I'd just like to say thank you for the call that you called in. So please continue to call in so we can have that discussion and just discuss more further on what it's about. So also, Auntie Fatima, you said that you do have, an organisation where you help young people. So could you please give us a more understanding of what your organisation is and what are your aims?
Olivette, speak up. I can't hear you.
You've mentioned that you have a girls' organisation, an organisation where you help young girls. So I would just like to know a little more about it. Would you be able to educate the viewers, let us understand how, in ways that we could help to support you and what is needed and what are your aims and goals and what made you decide to open up, this organisation?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Olivette. Actually, like Nima said, we're actually creating an atmosphere for all Sierra Leoneans because some of them cannot actually understand much what we are saying being on television. So again, I'm joining my sister Nima. I'll be mixing it as well. So we formed this organization called the Concerned Women of Substance. First of all, the concern means we are concerned about young people coming up. So we decided to focus on the children. The children's welfare. We actually we come together to create this group to help nurture the children, to help the sick children back home in Africa. But during the process of helping, we also encourage young girls. We talk to them. We have most aunties in this organization, like you are doing, we always talk to them, we nurture them, we encourage them to actually be bold, be confident, to come out and say things, to talk to us. To be honest, we Concerned Women of Substance, we are all mothers, but each child is comfortable to speak to any of us. We are aunties, we talk to them. My organization is just open. It's like, can I talk to you, Auntie Fatima? What you can't talk to your mom, you talk to Auntie Fatima. That's the Concerned Women of Substance. We are concerned about our kids. We are concerned about our children, our welfare, our surroundings. Most of the Concerned Women of Substance are nurses. So we try our best, as you said, to balance and being there for our kids and being there for the patients and being there for the public. So if we can't have any help, this is actually helpful because most of my teenagers, most of my club members, actually my organization members are watching and the children are watching. So they are learning. They know that they have to be open. They know that they have to come to us. Now they've got you as Olivette and Mariam. I can refer them to you. They can talk to me. They can talk to Nima. Most of them are watching me. They are looking at me now talking. So they know what they're supposed to do. They know who to contact. They know they can no more shut up. They know they have to open up. They have to speak about it. If they can't speak to me confidently, they can go to you. They can go to Nima and speak. Then we can bring it up on the Diaspora Voices on social media. We can blow the whistle if we have to. So I'm encouraging all of them as well. If you have to help us, just what you are doing now, you are helping us because I'm sitting here talking to my kids, talking to the teens on how to behave, on how to be a good person, on how to develop themselves. This is one good help that you've already given to the concerned women of substance. Even bringing us to this platform, we really, really appreciate that, because everybody's learning. The concerned women of substance are learning. We are learning to be bold. We are learning to be confident. We are learning the children to be confident that we are here. From now, Kitchen Chin is here to watch them. Kitchen Team is here to open their doors to come in the kitchen and talk to us. So for concerned women of substance, we are in the kitchen, and we look forward to more kitchen talks with you. I've learned a lot. I say thank you.
Have you got, thank you so much. Have you got a contact number that they could contact you on? Anyone that wants, because, you know, some viewers, they may not want to do it publicly. So if they feel like they want to talk to you off air, where can they contact you? Where can they find you?
That's what we do. That's what we do. I can pop my number on for them as well. Then they can just come up and talk to any of us, feel comfortable, with confidence. We are nurses. One of our code of conduct is confidentiality. We try to maintain confidentiality, so we can promise them that anything they tell us in confidence, it's gonna be, you know, everything is gonna be confidential. We only blow the whistle when we have to blow the whistle. If we don't have to call names, we don't have to, we know what to do. We are adults, we are counselors, we are here to help them grow. We are here to help them build up their growth for be better people in the future. We want them to see us as mothers, as example, as counselors. So we want them to come in. So they are welcome. They can come in at any time. They can pop in and call us and talk to us. We promise them confidential information will be confidential. So I'll pop up the number later on. I'll send the number out, and every teenager is welcome. And the kitchen, I'm sure, is open for them as well. Thank you.
So could they find you on Facebook, Instagram?
They can find us. Yeah, they can find me on Facebook, Concerned Women of Substance. They can find us on Princess Fatima's Body Line. Diaspora Voices can give you the number. Of course, Nima can give you the number. And we're going to be doing that as we go along. Being our first show today, we're going to be putting that all in place and encouraging more teens to come in the kitchen and talk. We need to talk to make up. So we're calling upon all of them that are watching tonight. I say thank you. I can see my girls. I say thank you. I hope they've learned something from us. We haven't said anything much today because this is our first show, but we promise to bring more encouragement, more compassion and love to bring them in so they'll be able to open up. So we can jump the hurdles and change this myth of not saying anything, this myth of keeping quiet. We no more want to keep quiet. We no more want our kids to keep quiet. We have to balance discipline and love. Then we can come to one as one family and make them happy.
Can I ask just a question? Olivette, I'm sorry, I'm chipping in. But we will be rounding up and in the next 10 minutes. So, but Princess Fatima, as a woman and a concerned woman of substance, I know our main topic today is talking about parenting and children's need. Let's just give 1 or 2 words about the current situation that is happening in our community, in Freetown, in Sierra Leone as a whole, about the violence against women and girls. As I am a concerned woman as well, being a mother of 3 girls, I'm worried, I'm concerned. So I'm coming to the concerned women. How can our voice be heard to stop all this violence that's going up in Freetown, in Sierra Leone, on our young girls?
Thank you very much, Nima. As you already mentioned, we are concerned women of substance. First of all, we are aware. We are very much aware of what is going on around. Just like what you say, we know exactly what they go on. As soon as we heard about Khadija's incident, that's on the floor now, that's why I'm making an example. So Khadija, we already put measures up. Our concerned women of substance already put advertisements. We call people back home for protesting, and we are doing petitions to make sure we sign on on different measures to make sure this don't happen anymore. We make phone calls, we report, we actually do research and try to get the story. We first of all, they try to get the story of what did happen, because what did happen at Salon is even the authorities, what we rely on, the police, they are not helping. Once they go bribe them, say, oh, now go talk this case now. Oh, that's we get for stop that. We get for start from the authority, we get for complain them, we get for shout, we get for blow the whistle. We all get for come together as organization. We contact, when this happened, me as a cheerleader, I contact different organizations them, where even one UDEPA, and tell them, say, this has happened. Me as a cheerleader, the concerned women of substance, then send me, say, we cannot just sit down. Enough is enough. We have to get up and fight. So we are fighting with these rapist families. We are fighting with the abusers because we just keep quiet. But now women are coming out more. We as concerned women of substance, we encourage the woman them, the picking them, for let them stand up, let them be confident, let them say no to no, and enough is enough. So what do we do on this? We sign petitions them, we write letter to whosoever the letter therefore reach the present government as alone. If you go on concerned women of substance, you will see say all over Khadija's pictures are there to show that concerned women of substance knows what is going on, and we don't relent. We do something, we make phone calls, we follow on the cases there. Even the previous one them, we follow, but when they go salon, the police then they cover. The authorities are not helping us. Then they take letters, then they take voices, then they keep them. So this time, now we decide for call UNA, we call different organizations that we have to fight and we have to do a follow-up. Not only fighting, not only saying we have to do, not only coming on social media, we have to take action. We are not down there, but we get for send people there where they go team up and say, you get for B. When they not agree with the shout, let the whole world here, let other countries there, other foreign countries there help out, they cry for help. Now, as women, we they stand in front of the man and say, we say what men can do, we can do better. This is where concerned women of substance coming. We are always with you. Anything where they happen, we always they come for try for find ways, as you know, for go. I always they contact you. Even on this, I said, this is what concerned women of substance they say. We know what happened to Khadija and we are fighting. My lady Mata was a concerned woman of substance. He been there up yesterday. So that now one of the examples they want to give as concerned women of substance. The first will go in for let the hear will voice them. Nobody know the hear we don't depend. So I'm happy that the diaspora voices don't decide for bring we on, and you as well with Teen Talk. We with the teenagers them, with the aunties them, everybody the organization. This time we are going to jump the hurdles and fight with everybody. So enough is enough. Encourage you picking them back for rally with we, because therefore they'll be here. We not there with the fight for that their future. I know waiting for saying, I know how for say no, but they don't know how to say no. So we encourage them for come now the kitchen. Now we talk, now we all protest and fight and stop all this nonsense. And it's gonna happen.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And it, you know, and I think it's good that you did touch on Khadija, because that is such a wide thing now, and everybody is, you know, speaking up, and people are, you know, petitioning, and they're actually making it. And I think that's what we need to be thankful for, the art of social media. Actually, people are recognizing that actually there's an issue here. Let's work, let's try and get justice, and let's do it in the right way. Let's start being noticeable for the right things, and let as young person's voice being heard. And I think there's been quite a lot of, you know, voices being heard, obviously, with, you know, Black Lives Matter as well. So, you know, there's a lot of changes that wants to be happening during this time of the pandemic. So I think there is a lot of these kind of team kitchens come at the right time in order for us to make changes and in order for us to get our voice heard. Because, you know, we're not just, as what we say, we're speaking for the voiceless. We're speaking for the mums, the children, you know, the children who are unable to communicate, the parents who are unable to have that understanding of how it is. Because, you know, as we know, as a Sierra Leone community, some of us as parents, we have to leave our children behind in order to come into a different country to make better for ourselves, to make well. But then sometimes we kind of need to reflect and say, is this the best path? Is the best route? Am I doing what's good for my children in the long run? Because I think we only look for the short period of time and we don't do it in the long run, and kind of have a plan before you leave that child and make sure that child is in a secure and safe environment. But also, I think that's another topic on its own self, which will be a great topic to discuss within our community. Because, and whilst you was talking as well, and was having the conversation, I was actually thinking about Sierra Leone in the, you know, the empowerment of, does men really have power in Sierra Leone? Because when I see women are in the market, women are striving to make money. You know, women are really going out there to work and selling to make sure that there's food in the house. And some men, men work, but I feel some men, they're relaxed. You know, what is the, we're saying Sierra Leone, you know, man, but really, Sierra Leone is a backbone of strong women. Remember that we are made of strong women. We have Timini, Limba, Mende, Creole, all different, you know, us women, when we come together, we are strong. Us all three here as women, we are strong. We are mothers, we are sisters, we are aunties, we are cousins. You know, we are the backbone and the face of Sierra Leone. So I think it's time for us to, as what you say, speak up and make up in order to recognize, and for us to come together. We don't need to be fighting. Let's come together, let's communicate, let's see what are we going to do in order to support our young girls, our young women, and our young boys as well, to understand that relationship is two, understanding is two. We need to come together in a neutral ground in order for us to understand each other. So I think there's a lot of, having a discussion with you today has made me think about so many other different areas and topics which I can actually discuss and actually delve in as a Sierra Leonean, because I feel there's a lot of things for us to discuss.
And I think as Sierra Leone, we need to change as well. We are the change. First of all, we have to change as parents. We have to change our behavior to each other. We have to stop hating. We have to stop teaching the kids how to hate, because we hate each other. You are friends today, you are enemies tomorrow. You confuse the kids. Who is going to help you to bring them up? So I think we are the change. We have to change. We have to love each other. We have to call each other to compassion. Like Nima always, oh, Fatima, you want to do this? Fatima, I've got this. You want to come up? I was so very proud of Nima because she's always involving. Let's involve each other. We are the change. We have to change, and we have to change now so we can stop this abuse. We can stop this raping. Women of Sierra Leone, we have to stand. What men can do, we can do better. Let's tell the men that we can do it. And this time we are going to take the power over them. We're going to make sure this works. They've done it all before. Raping is just going, the statistics is just going up and up. Let's take up and see again what women can do. Let's try. We just can try, but I know we can do it. You have tried. Look at what you have just done. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. I'm sure this is going to work. We're all going to go into the kitchen. We're going to bring so many people in the kitchen, so many young girls in the kitchen, young boys in the kitchen, and teach them the acceptable and unacceptable. Thank you.
And also, just one thing, sorry, before I have to say one thing before you leave, one thing. Yeah. This also just comes to mind of the law which they put in, that obviously children, you're not allowed to have sex with a child under the age of 17. So, and they said that you get a long prison sentence. Is this a law just to satisfy us or just to make us feel comfortable? And actually, is this law actually being put in place? Because as we know, African countries, Sierra Leone, money talks. So, you know, what you can give can actually sway in a way of someone's judgment in how to, the court's judgment in what's actual justice is coming. So are they actually reading their policies and guidance in order to safeguard and protect young children?
No,
or young women?
I don't think so, because if the law is actually being enforced, we won't be sitting here talking about this.
Indeed.
The country is just, I'm sorry to say, it's just lawless. I think it's power, influence, money talks in Africa. Money and power. Once you have power, you have money. The poor people don't have a say. That's where we come in. We are fighting for the poor. We are fighting for the moneyless, the less privileged, because in Africa, in Sierra Leone in particular, it has to be money. When you have money, you get away with so many shit. I'm sorry to say that in social media, but it's just so heartrending, It's like the authorities are not protecting us. The laws are not being enforced. They will break the law because of somebody's money. They'll say, oh, this is not the president in Peking. We not go do so. Oh, as soon as like this rape matter, they will say, oh, now the boss in Peking, I know they put me on it. A police will tell you I'm not getting involved because this child is from this family. It's just fair, no freedom of speech. Nobody is entitled to their opinions anymore unless you have money. Money talks. So no, the question is no. I don't think the laws have been enforced. There is no law. Where are the laws? I haven't seen any law. So we are the law. We are the change. We are going to bring the laws for them, and we're going to push the laws to them. We're going to implement them. We're going to talk.
Indeed. So thank you ever so much. Our time's up. It's been wonderful talking to Auntie Fatima. Thank you so much for coming on, and also Auntie Nima. Thank you ever so much, and also DJ Little, sir, thank you ever so much for keeping the show going. But also, I want to say a massive thank you to our viewers for listening, for tuning in, the old, the new. And I just hope that now we're able to speak up, to make up, and let's make a change. You know, COVID-19 has been a struggle. Each and every one of us we've had our own experiences, but now it's time to make a change. Let's make a difference and let Sierra Leone be shaped in a new way or form. Yes. Also, let's just talk and have that communication relationship. Okay, you know, we are all Sierra Leoneans, so let's play our part in making sure that we are known for the positive things, not the lie, the Congo side, the party, the high life, drunkenness. Let's be known for all the positive things. And I'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And also, we want to just let our viewers know that we will be coming every fortnight. That our next program is not next Tuesday; it will be the following
week.
Tuesday. So, and please, we welcome you all to contact our host, Olivette, especially you, the young ones out there, teenagers. We want you on board. We want you as our guests on the show. Today, I'm only here today to do this introduction. Thank you, Olivette. And thank you, Mrs. Fatima Bundu Conte, for honoring our invitation. And we really appreciate you. Thank you to Diaspora Voices to continue to help us to speak up and make up. We love you all. Thank you, Olivette, for letting me speak on your show. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Stay on the line, don't go yet. Well done, ladies. Don't go yet. The music break is coming. Stay on the line, you can keep waving your fingers. Keep waving your fingers. Well done, Auntie F. Well
Thank
done,
you.
well done, Olivette. Hoping to see Marie very shortly. Everybody say bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Are we going?
Well, I think so.
DJ Little,
Are you there?
you don't go.
She said, come on, baby, feel one wine from me. But this one was on top like monkey boss. He said she want to cry about me. Me clip is so tight, she not feature up, so I said, sweetie, come see me, see me. Now she telling me she wants me and needs me. Yeah. She threatened me no sharing, cause she too feisty and greedy, come lady. Summertime sit back in my first onesie, you know I'm a dig that girl. Yeah, she be riding and rolling. She said my road just let me phone him up. Yo, what you telling me? Go to right bees name Melanie Stephanie. That's not for me. I am me bad boy, come flex with me. She said, come on baby, feel one wine from me. But this one was on top like monkey boss. She said she want to climb about me. Me grip is so tight, she not feature up, so I said, sweetie, come see me, see me. Now she telling me she wants me and needs me. Yeah. Summertime sit back in my first one, you know I'm a dig that girl. Yeah, she be riding and rolling. She said my road just let me phone him up. Yo, what you telling me? Go to right bees name Melanie Stephanie. That's not for me. I am me bad boy, come flex with me. She said, come on baby, feel one wine from me. But this one was non-stop like monkey boss. She said she want to climb about me. Me grip is so tight, she not seek me. Now she telling me she wants me and needs me. Yeah. She threatened me no sharing, cause she too feisty and greedy, completely. All day. My pretty little browsing, give me 10 minutes, she said yeah, she's counting. I heard her back, that's coming like a mountain. I'm struggling on the one, that's a fix up. On that shit, girl, I ain't here for no mix up. Next thing, running like a baby. She looking in my eyes, cause she wants it badly. Summertime, sit back in my first onesie, you know I'm a dig that young. Yeah, she be riding and rolling. She said my bro just let me phone him up. Yo, what you telling me? Got two bad bees named Melanie, Stephanie. That's never me. I am me bad boy, come flex with me. And she a step in the dance, was so see. I'm like excuse one, you might know me. It's high for me. You know my team, but you're walking past, and you don't even know me. I know you're feeling shy, you see stars that way. Baby, you're so bright, the only light I see. But me, I can make it quick, and run away. The dogs are rich, from some good places, stay around. We can go someplace, how far you say, just come my way. Oh, no. Take you away, in a man's on sports go. So pretend you're not gone, how we gonna fall? Summertime, sit back in my first onesie, you know I'm a dig that young. Yeah, she be riding and rolling. She said my bro just let me phone him up. Yo, what you telling me? Go to your bad bees named Melanie, Stephanie. That's never me. I am me bad boy, come flex with me. Summertime, sit back in my first onesie, you know I'm a dig that young. Yeah, she be riding and rolling. She said my bro just let me phone him up. Yo, what you telling me? Go to black bees named Melanie, Stephanie. That's never me. I am me, bad boy, come flex with me. It's Rico Dance. We came from nothing to something. Girl, you want me, know what I'm thinking. Calling on my phone, no start. Hustling and jogging till the morning. Till the sun goes down, it comes back up. Never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Woke to my life, my friends go slow, sweet like flex, get strong. We came from nothing to something. Girl, you want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling on my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning. Till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Now you walked in my life, everything's goes up. So the sweet boy flex, so my mind gets strong. I've been thinking about me and you. Going to a place, flying to a different kind of space. 1, 2, but with the elegant mate. Yes, we don't run, but we still get chased. Federally on me, no. In a tinted whip or black sports car. Take you to a place like a foreign bar where we say all out or guten tag. Cause I'm a hustler, baby. You can catch me on my J's, no horse lady. I'm just trying to stack more with a queen like you, without a black jacket, crazy. Are you feeling me or not? Are you talking all the time? Put your money where your mouth is. I put my money in the right place. We came from nothing to something. Girl, you want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling on my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning. Till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Now you walked in my life, everything's got stops. So the sweet boy flex, so my mind gets dropped. Listen, it's 3 code digits. Y'all love me, I'ma spin like fidgets. Every gal wanna work off of me. When I touch roads, I'ma touch up on me. I'm slick with it, a bit of raw, but you know I'm lived with it. Yeah, galley wants me, I would for it. So keep talking tough and take for that. 3 code ditch, got the honeys. 3 code ditch, got the mummies. Bringing up my line. The catties them want me, but they can't pay for the grubby. Man, they ain't hungry. Call up my line, but come with my money. Dial up once, check the charts real quick. So the streets them love me. We came from nothing to something. Girl, you want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling on my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning. Till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car ain't one. Works for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would have thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiat, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Works for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
We safe now we they destroy with picking them. No, we not be the one where they kill with picking them before they even be somebody just because we want to collect them right price.
If we learn focus together and have Fatima put on the right way, now we'll post for a bright future. That we send them to school, you go have to walk cool, then go to fun with them be tomorrow. Now for separate them, the early marriage, if you check, it ain't giving trauma. Hands up, now we got the kingdom, because every future we got. Hands up, now we treat them right. Hands up, now we got the kingdom, because every future we got. Hands up, now we treat them right. Come round all the sea, we're in the sea, we like things in time. No, 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 no. That we stop the abuse now. That we stop for push them now. If we educate, we got begin. At the end of the day, you go precious as diamond. We say the you say. Hands up, Fatima be you say. Hands up, baby self I say. Hands up, any mama and your mama. I think I'm in your little man. Hands up, now we got the kingdom, because every future we got. Hands up, now we treat them right. Hands up, now we got the kingdom, because every future we got. Hands up, now we treat them right.
We dey come for tell una say wetin dey happen to we pikin dem in terms of early marriage, in terms of teenage pregnancy, in terms of prostitution, in terms of rape, in terms of violence against women, make una love you work together, always stop am. Every mama wants to protect im pikin. The money wey dem dey give you for the bride price na 2 months is the last way. That if e even go home. And that wetin His Excellency don promise say anybody wey rape na this country dey go jail for life.
Hands up, now we got to keep them leaders and future leaders. Hands up, now we treat the blind. Hands up, now we got to keep them leaders and future leaders. Hands up, now we treat the blind.